Well, hello everyone, and welcome to our Chapter 2 video lecture. I am so excited today because you are going to have the opportunity to create your own company using the QuickBooks software. Isn't that exciting? So, you were all sent an email to your school-issued email address that looks like what you see here. I created a fake account just so that I can go through this process. Here you have the instructions on how to set up your account in QuickBooks Online, as well as how to create your new company. I do want to point out that once you create your account, please make sure to write down your account information and your password because I do not have access to your account information. Okay? These instructions are also in your textbook beginning on page 54. So, ready to get started? Let's go. I'm going to click on the accept invitation and go through the process to create my new account in QuickBooks Online. So let me confirm the email address. Again, I'll just make up any information for us creating everything. Put in the password. Okay. And then just that simple, you're going to confirm your pass. Oop, I did a symbol. Sorry. Now let's try that. And again, make sure that you write down your password somewhere so you'll know what it is. So I'm going to click on the one more step button. I'll come out of there. It's thinking, it's processing. You all having a day? That is good to hear. So as soon as it's done, we're going to begin the process of creating our account first. And that begins on page 56 of your textbook. And then we're going to set up our new company. Now, it shouldn't take this long, but I'll be patient. So hopefully you're enjoying the QuickBooks software so far. QuickBooks is the most widely used software for small business owners. Okay, we're ready to go. Now, really, it's a pretty simple process, and we're going to go step by step. And these same screens here you have in your textbook begin on page 57. So I'm going to click on the next button. And I'm going to turn to page 58. So for your company name, it's going to be your first and last name followed by sales and service. So again, I just put up my name. It's going to be Roy Jones, Sales and Service Company. Click on the next button. It's going to ask you for the type of industry. Nope, it didn't ask for that. So one thing you will notice is that because we are using QuickBooks Online, sometimes it'll be a little different than what's in your textbook, and that's because the software updates on a consistent basis. So this is asking how you've been managing your finances. Just click where it says nothing, I'm just getting started. So click on nothing, I'm just getting started. Then we'll click on the next button. Now it's asking us if we is Roy Jones Self Service Company your main source of income? We'll say yes. Which of these best describes what you do? And again, I have to admit that this is a little different than the steps in your textbook. So I'm definitely going to recommend that you all review the video lecture because again, it's a little different than the order of how they have things in your textbook. So what do? We're going to say that I own and run this business. So click on the next button. So now it's asking how long has Roy Jones Sales Service Company been in business? We'll just say 1 to 2 years. Click on the next button. Now it asks what kind of business is this? Is it an LLC? We're going to say no because we're going to choose an S corporation. So we'll say no to the LLC. Then click where it says S corporation. And this part is in your textbook, but again, it's not in the same order. So click on next. Now when it asks you what's your industry, we're going to click on skip for now. Okay, so now it is in the same order as the information in your textbook, kind of, sort of, still a little different. So to ask what's your main role, choose where it says bookkeeper or accountant, and then click next. It's asking who worked at this business. We're going to choose a few partners and owners, and also we plan to hire in the future, and then click on the next button. Turn the page. When it asks about what apps we use for this business, we're going to skip all of the apps. So we'll click skip for now when it comes to the apps. What do you want to do in QuickBooks? And let's see, this is on page 60 of your textbook. We want to enter and pay bills. And again, notice that it's a little different language. So you're going to choose manage and pay bills. We want to manage inventory. We want to invoice customers, which I don't even see that one on here. Okay, so let's see. I'll choose instead create estimates and quotes. We want to track receipts and expenses, add sales. So once again, they've made, okay, they're going to, we'll send and track invoices. It is up here, so I'll click on that one. And I'm click on accept payments. And the sales I do not see on here as they show in your textbook. But once again, remember that your textbook is outdated only because with the QuickBooks software, it's going to update continuously. And whatever we miss, we will always have the opportunity to add these later on. So I'll click on the next button. So we'll click next again. When it asks you about linking your accounts, we're going to skip that for now. How do you track your receipts today? Let's see. Again, that's something new that we don't have in the textbook, so we'll skip that for now. Where it say keep your receipts, click on the next button. Start getting paid with invoices. Go ahead and skip that for now. And we're almost done, actually, just that quickly. And actually, that is it. So now we're going to click where it says, let's go. And just that quickly, you have set up your new company in QuickBooks. So again, I know that there are some questions here that's not in your textbook. So I'm going to encourage everyone to watch this video to make sure that you have the correct responses to the interview questions. Okay? So now that we have everything set up, we're on page 61 of the textbook. We're on page 61 of the textbook. So we want to make sure, so there's a tour. So we'll come out of that, do the tour on your own time. So in the top right hand corner, click on your gear button. And we want to we're checking on the view. Okay, so they say you're viewing QuickBooks in accounting view, and that's what you want. So there's two different views, accounting view, business view. We do want the accounting view. So we're in the accounting view, so we're okay there. So now we're going to go to our account and settings. Go to your account and settings. And when the information comes up, there we go. We want to check the company name to make sure it has your name, and see it does. So it should be your name followed by your sales and service company. If your name doesn't show up, not a big deal. You will just click here on the pencil, which means edit, and then you will make sure that you put in the appropriate information for your company. But if it's okay, then we're fine. So which my company name was there. So I'll just click on the save button. Okay. So we want to make sure that we chose the S corporation as our business style. And with an S corporation, the tax form you want to do is called 1120S, which we see is here. But if it wasn't, again, you would click on the little pencil icon and you can determine what type of tax form you want to use. And again, if it was not the 1120S, you could change that. But because it's right there, I'm going to leave that okay and just click on the save button. Next, we want to look at the company address, which we don't have right now. So I'm going to click on the little pencil to add in the company address. So the company address, again, this is on page, in your book on page 63. For the street address, it's going to be 2905 East Skyline. And I'm not sure if it's the real address or not because it's actually pulling up. Skyline Drive. Yep, it is. And it's here in Tustin, Arizona. 85718. It's an actual address. Whose address is that? I don't know. But go ahead and click on the save button to add in your company address. Okay. And now we're on page 64. And if you will now look at your billing and subscription, which is here, and notice that it's going to tell you that because you have one free year to use this software, that you have until 1 year after it comes created to use this software free of charge. And of course, by then the class will be over. But if you like, you can subscribe at that point to QuickBooks if you want to use it for your actual business. Okay, so I am going to end this video at this point and going to come back with a second video with more information on our chapter 2 material. Stay tuned.